Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you might be watching this at. Today I'm going to be covering 5 health supplements I think you should be taking, or what the average person I believe should be taking anyway. Now, supplementation, I think nowadays is spoken about where it's almost seen as like a magic pill, quite literally, towards getting faster results. Now, if you're on top of absolutely everything, it is definitely the cherry on top towards not just optimizing your health, your hormones, but just getting more bang for buck out of the current setup that you have with your training, your nutrition, your lifestyle habits and modifications. It's not something supplementation is not necessarily something that I get a lot of questions about. When it comes to supplementation, it's usually one side of the spectrum where you've ever got someone that's not using supplementation whatsoever, and as a result, their health is maybe not in decline as such, as a bit dramatic, but they're not optimizing their health by simply just taking, 5 easy to take pills once a day. Or you have the other side of the spectrum where someone is throwing an unnecessary amount of money at X, Y, and Z supplements that aren't really doing an awful lot, or maybe aren't even relevant to them. Now, the thing when it comes to supplements, and when I give a supplementation protocol to my clients, it really is person dependent. Are they living with any kind of hormonal imbalances? What is their ultimate goal? What's their budget? There are definitely different things to consider when it comes to putting a supplementation protocol together for yourself. But I'm going to be going over 5, I would say, essential supplements that I think nowadays the average person is going to get massive bang for buck out of, that aren't the most expensive either. They're not going to break the bank. Now, it's definitely worth noting as well, supplementation is you get what you pay for, okay? You pay to play. And there are lots of cheap variations of supplementation out there. Holland & Barrett, Amazon, Boots, Asda, supermarket brands. And these are definitely cases where they're just shite, to put it very bluntly. The dose is, they're very underdosed, or just what's within the supplement themselves is utter crap. So the actual panel, the ingredients used in supplementation is rubbish. So if you are going to be using supplementation, what I would recommend is 1, just opting for things that are relevant to you. 2, prioritizing probably the essentials, which I'm going to be going over. And 3, most importantly, making sure that you're actually getting them from a reputable brand, one that's trustworthy, and is going to actually give you high quality ingredients with their supplementation, but decent dosages as well. The supplementations that I'm going to be going through, I personally get my supplements from a mixture of brands. Supplement Needs are trained by JP, mostly from Supplement Needs, because personally I find that the ingredients used are just higher quality, the dosages are a little bit better. I just think they're not more of a trustworthy brand when it comes to supplementation. I just think the panel used within the ingredients themselves is higher quality. However, because one of the supplements, Supplement Needs, were actually sold out of, there's a combination of the 2 brands here. Me personally, I opt for Supplement Needs, but again, it's one of the 2. Both are going to give you good bang for buck out of your supplementation. So we're kicking things off with vitamin D3 and K2. The reason why I've included this in my top 5 is, especially within Scotland, the average person is deficient in all vitamin D forms. So, and in vitamin K as well. Now, vitamin D we're going to find in sunlight exposure mostly. Vitamin K you're going to find in fermented foods, grass-fed animal products, which are typically a little bit more expensive and the average person doesn't really opt for. So these are 2 vitamins, all forms of both vitamin D and K, the average person is deficient in. Obviously, like as you can tell by the lighting in this video, like we're getting plenty of vitamin D at the moment, but within Scotland, it's short-lived. We'll probably get 7 days of it and then it fucks off again. So benefits of adding vitamin D3 and K2 into your supplement stack. First off, the vitamin D part basically helps the body absorb calcium, which is then pretty essential when it comes to building, repairing, maintaining strong bones, muscles, that kind of thing, improved eyesight. The vitamin K part basically helps calcium bind to proteins. So what happens here is that this activates the proteins and allows them to be deposited when they're actually needed within the body so they can carry out their proper function. The combination of the 2 basically help prevent or inhibit the deterioration of bones, muscles, that kind of thing. So the combination of the two basically prevent osteoporosis and fractures and injuries, just from not only better absorption rate of calcium, but also allowing certain proteins to bind to that calcium as well and be used more efficiently. We also have the benefits of improved immunity, so a more efficient immune system, improved cardiovascular health, slight reduction or improved management of blood pressure, and then also the sort of added benefit of a potential, it's not guaranteed, but a potential improved management when it comes to blood glucose or blood sugar. So it's not just the blood pressure that's seeing an improvement, it could potentially be the blood sugar levels as well. So the next one on our list is magnesium biglycinate. Now there are different forms of magnesium, and in my opinion the most effective one being biglycinate. Ideally taking this about 30 to 60 minutes before you go to bed. Now, if you're a female, this is one that you should absolutely be taking. Without a doubt, non-negotiable, you should be taking this, and you should probably be doubling up on what the serving says, just so you get the hormonal function benefits or the pain management benefits as well during your time of your cycle. However, the over sort of viewing benefits of magnesium biglycinate: improve sleep, improve stress management, and improve cognitive ability and function. Okay, there's a lot more research coming out now backing up magnesium biglycinate for improving cognitive ability, improved memory, that kind of thing. However, I think that the biggest one for magnesium is improved hormonal function and improved sleep quality, without a doubt. Supplement Needs actually do a sleep stack supplement as well, and personally I've been taking this with my magnesium about like 30 minutes before I go to bed, and over the past couple of months my sleep has improved dramatically. I'll put a picture of it up here somewhere on the screen, but yeah, pairing these two before I go to bed has drastically improved my sleep quality. Next on the list we have omega-3. If I'm being bluntly honest, any kind of high quality fish oil will do the job. I would say a high quality omega-3, krill oil is a very good one as well. With krill oil you have the cognitive benefits as well. But Supplement Needs Omega Pro Plus is what I use here. These are actually chewable and they are tutti fruity flavour, which I wasn't aware of at the time. So if you're someone who doesn't exactly like to be swallowing all of their supplements, these are chewable and they taste alright, I guess, as much as a fish oil can taste. But yeah, the benefits here, and the biggest one, so this is another one that I would say that not just every female should be taking, without a doubt, but 100% every person should be taking a high quality fish oil. It doesn't have to be omega-3, krill oil is a really good one, but with a high quality omega-3, you're also going to be getting a certain amount of omega-6 in there as well at the same time. You should still be adding in some kind of fatty fish and unsaturated fats throughout your diet, which is what you're going to be getting from here, essentially. So there's always been a massive link between omega-3 improving cardiovascular health and reducing the chance for cardiovascular disease. There's more research now backing up that omega-3s will bring down triglycerides, and we know that a high level of triglycerides has the potential to cause heart disease, things like cardiovascular disease, things like that. So this supplement, obviously bringing those triglycerides down, drastically improving your chances of not getting heart disease. It's a no-brainer. So other benefits are it can reduce inflammation, it can improve skeletal health, it has now been shown to inhibit cognitive decline. So as you're maybe getting older and things are becoming more difficult to remember, or you're just getting brain fog, going into Hmong mode a little bit, this is something that you should be supplementing alongside that to inhibit it. But a big one as well for any women that are watching this is it can definitely help alleviate any kind of menstrual pain. I personally believe that this kind of works synergistically with the reduction in inflammation. But there are other processes within this supplement and within the body, due to this supplement that's bringing that menstrual pain down, and it's not just because of reduction in inflammation, as much as I personally believe that the two are definitely correlated. Next on the list, we have a high quality probiotic. Now, there's a strong argument to be made here that this is not an essential one, but I think we live in a day and age now where the average person has very poor gut health. They struggle with bloating, they struggle with digestion, indigestion. Gut health is like a hot topic at the moment, and rightfully so, because the average person has shocking gut health. So I would make a strong case for this being an essential one for the average person now, just due to what the average person's diet actually looks like. Even, I mean, this is something that I use, and my diet is pretty immaculate. So it's definitely something that you can be adding in to improve with your gut health, or working alongside any kind of other micronutrition that you're including in your diet, your veg, your fruit, any sources of fiber, things like that. So adding this in is going to not just help with digestion, but also help with the absorption rate of macros and micros within your diet. So what I mean by that is, not only are you going to experience less bloating, less GI stress, less indigestion, just general gut issues, you're also going to get more bang for buck out of your food, because the digestion is going to be more efficient, but the absorption rate of the nutrition in that food is going to be more efficient as well. So definitely a case to be made for it not to be on the list, but I personally feel there's a strong case to be made for it to be on the list. Fifth and final supplement to be added to this list is a high quality multivitamin and ideally mineral. Okay, supplement needs one here, multivitamin and mineral pro. I can't stress enough how if you're going to be adding this in, it needs to be of high quality. Okay, because you will get some shit out there and it's just not worth spending the money on it, if I'm being completely honest. There can also be a case for this not to be on the list, but again, I think for the average person who's not looking to spend X amount of money on every single supplement and covering all bases individually, just by simply spending, I think this is like £15 for a month's supply, it's at least giving you like a little bit of a top up of everything else that you're not including in. Now, taking it by itself, yes, you're going to get some bang for buck out of there, but I wouldn't say you're getting a great deal. This is very much a top up of everything else that you're missing. Okay, so let's just say you're adding in vitamin D3 and K2, magnesium, omega, and a probiotic. This is kind of just give you a little bit of a top up in terms of maybe other vitamins like A, B, E, zinc. Just the list goes on, but it's very much just a case of a little bit of them. Okay, ideally you'd be taking a full serving of each one individually, but if your diet isn't a total shambles and you're getting a decent amount of fruit, veg and fiber throughout your diet anyway, you should be getting a decent amount of other vitamins and minerals just through your nutrition. And then if you're adding in these ones, that covers the essentials in my opinion. And then adding this in just gives you a little bit of a top up of all the other ones that you're maybe not getting enough of. Again, as I said, like in an ideal setting, you'd be getting each one individually, but that is going to cost a shit ton. So at least with this way, getting a high quality multivitamin, you're getting a little bit of everything. And then it's just sort of topping up the vitamins and minerals that you're getting throughout your nutrition and maybe in the other supplements that you're getting. So those are what I would say are 5 essential health supplements that you should be taking. Now, one thing that one supplement I would definitely now add in, just with the amount of research that's being backed up recently, is creatine monohydrate. Now, that is definitely labelled as more of a performance supplement, is in recovery from training performance. It will also help improve strength in training performance as well. But there's a lot of research coming out at the moment now backing up the sort of cognitive benefit behind it. So improved memory, concentration, just general, like all cognitive benefits. It's now being seen to be quite an effective supplement for that. The myth behind creatine is that it increases water retention, and as much as there's an element of that, it's a good water retention. It's pulling water into the muscle, which is what you want, rather than pulling it into, let's just say, subcutaneous or visceral fat, where you're feeling like a little bit watery around your midsection, whereas where your muscle feels a little bit on the fuller side, that's what you're wanting, and that's what creatine does. So for the average person, like if you're just the average person, 5 grams daily, doesn't matter when you take it, is sufficient. If you are someone who's much on the smaller side, like you're a 5 foot fuck all female, 5 grams of creatine might give some kind of GI stress, so just cut it down to 3 grams. Whereas if you're more of an experienced or bigger person, experienced lifter or bigger person, you can go up to 10 grams per day, and you won't see any nasty side effects from that at all. But creatine is definitely one that I would add in here now, just with all the research is backing up the cognitive benefits of using that supplement. But 5 health supplements that I think every person should be taking nowadays: vitamin D3 and K2, magnesium biglycinate, omega-3 or just a high quality fish oil, a probiotic, and a high quality multivitamin. Okay, I'll add the links for all of these in the description in the video below, but any questions, any issues, anything you would like to know more of about supplementation, nutrition, or anything, send me a message, leave a comment in the video below, and I will catch you in the next one.